What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So it's been a while since I've done one of these Tornado Siren adventure videos, but I figured, this is going to be a very special one because, as you can see, judging by that water tower, I am staying for a weekend vacation in St. Paul, Nebraska, just to record the other 4.5 port Thunderbolt 1003 in the world. Now, you guys already know that I've filmed university parks 4 times already, three of the recordings are on this channel. The first recording was lost because I sent that one to my friend so that he could upload it, and then he got banned from YouTube, and so that recording is lost because I don't have the original recording on any of my devices anymore. I'm currently filming from inside my rental car. I would film outside, but there's obnoxious music playing right behind me, and I don't want to get copyrighted. So here was the hotel that I stayed in. It is the St. Paul Inn. Nothing special, just a hotel you sleep in. So no pool or anything fancy like that. Oh well, I always have Siren Con to look forward to next month, and the hotel I'm staying in does have a pool and a hot tub. It's the same one I stayed in last year, but this trip does remind me a lot of the Rhinelander trip, just it took longer to drive here, but it's well worth it because now I'll be the first Siren enthusiast that has heard both 4.5 Thunderbolt 1003s in the world. Now, University Parks, I think if I'm not mistaken, the 4.5 chopper is original to that Siren, which means it is the only Thunderbolt 1003 with an original 4.5 chopper, if that's true. But this Thunderbolt has had a 4.5 swap. The original chopper was 5.6, but that one died, so they put a 4.5 in it. And the blower used to be reverse wired on this one. It is no longer reverse wired. The only reason it still was because of a lack of maintenance on the blower, but that was performed at the end of last year. And after that, they switched the blower connections around, and now the blower spins the right way, and the Thunderbolt produces its maximum output. And I must say, it sounds pretty interesting in alternating whale, just because the attack timing's off. Well, I think I should probably head over towards the Siren so I can talk about it even further. So without further ado, let's get going. So here's my rental car. It's a 2021 Toyota Corolla. And I must say, for an LE model, this has a lot of creature comforts from the factory. So best car for the money? Maybe, because it gets great gas mileage. It may not have a lot of power, but you don't need it. And it has a lot of creature comforts, as I've said. It even has an automatic electronic parking brake that applies automatically when you shift into park and releases automatically when you shift from park. So yeah, pretty cool if I do say so myself. And then here's the key for the car. It's just a normal switchblade key. There's another key, but the switchblade mechanism doesn't work on it. Not sure why. It's been reported to Enterprise, so they're going to deal with it. Anyway, let's go ahead. Fire this up. Foot on the brake. Yep, nothing like a good old cold start in the morning. Alright, so without further ado, let's go ahead. Lights on for safety. Put on brake hold, and then into drive. And away we go. Alright, so here we are at the St. Paul Firehouse, also known as the Volunteer Fire Department. And right there is the refurbished Thunderbolt 1003A, made in 1966, and it has a 4.5 chopper swap. Now, I think the solenoid, the one solenoid anyway, still has an issue where it doesn't always click shut. So it may be a sort of broken alternating whale, but I really don't care. I just want to hear this thing. So this is Tornado Siren Adventures episode 8, by the way. And I must say, I cannot believe I actually dedicated myself to coming out here just to film this siren, because I don't think a lot of other enthusiasts have done this. I mean, I know they've gone far, but never to St. Paul, Nebraska. But I would imagine that maybe in the near future they might do that. But anyway, testing time is not till 1, so I've got over 2 hours to kill. I'm gonna film from that sidewalk over there near that Pontiac. And just as a side note, that is the Howard County Court. It's interesting, because that reminds me a lot of the Milwaukee County Court, which has a P-50 mounted on top. It would be interesting if the Thunderbolt were mounted on top of the court instead of near the fire department, but this is primarily a fire siren, but it also doubles as a tornado siren because the county can activate it as well. So it's tied into the county's system. It activates on the 1st of every month at 1 p.m., along with every 15th of the month, which would be today, May 15th, 2022, at 1 p.m. as well. I called the fire chief, and that's what I found out. But anyway, guys, I'm going to come back later because, as you may or may not have seen, I need to fill up the car with gas, and gas is expensive, but we need it to travel. At least it's cheaper here than it currently is in Illinois right now. I've seen regular in Illinois be as high as $5 a gallon. That is highway robbery, if I do say so myself. So anyway, I also need to eat lunch, so I'm going to do that, fill up the gas tank, and then find something to kill time with, and then record the Thunderbolt. Maybe I'll talk to some guys at the fire department before the test if I'm lucky. Well, I figured since I'm waiting for the 1 o'clock test, I might as well kill some time by siren hunting. So here is siren number 2 in St. Paul, Nebraska on Howard County's system. This is a tornado-only siren, and it's a Federal Signal RSH-10A, also known as the Thunder Beam, but I prefer to call it by its real name, the RSH-10. Don't know if you can see it, but the cage looks pretty beat up from that side, but the siren still runs like a top. Those 3-phase 10-horsepower motors are built to last forever. And it also has the original Civil Defense yellow boxes. So, I don't know how long this one's been in service for, probably over 40 years. The Thunderbolt's been in service for 56. But yeah, first time seeing a Federal Signal RSH-10. I've always wanted to see one, and now I've finally gotten to see one. I'll just drive past and show you guys the boxes. This one's located at the St. Paul Medical Center, but as you can see, those are the boxes. Still see the faded Civil Defense logo on it. Alright, time to find the next one. Here's the other RSH-10A they have in town. This one's arguably in better condition. Zoom in on it right there. And this one is near the St. Paul Public Schools building. And it's a perfect location for this one too. It's on school property, so that way anyone playing outside can be warned of an incoming tornado. Found this one without directions too, just from driving around. All that's left to find is the 2001 they've got. Alright, so this last one took a while longer to find, but I finally found it. This is a 2001 SRN, and it is the 4th tornado siren in St. Paul. So St. Paul has the Thunderbolt 1003, which is a fire and tornado siren, this 2001 SRN, and then the 2 RSH-10As. Those are tornado-only sirens. This one is in pretty good shape, although I noticed that the Federal Signal logo on the cone was missing, or not missing, but faded, I should say. This is probably from like the 1990s or so. But the siren still works, and it's well maintained, so it really doesn't matter. Like, with good maintenance, things can last forever. That applies to not only tornado sirens, but, you know, everyday things such as household appliances. cars, trucks, etc. Okay guys, so I drove around to the other side to give you an alternate view of this 2001 SRN. It's actually got a logo that's still intact. I thought it was faded, but I just didn't look at it closely enough. There are the control boxes, and the disconnect switch is actually pretty small. But yeah, this one is located near, let's see, I don't know if it was a church or what, but I'm gonna drive by and tell you guys. Alright, so it's near St. Peter and Paul Parish Life Center. And there is the 2001 SRN. Pretty cool. Alright, back to the 1003. Alright, so back at the 1003, I actually have hearing protection on right now, just in case it goes off for a fire call. Now, it's 40 minutes before the test, so it's probably unlikely that it's going to go off for a fire call, but you know, just in case, safety first, wear your hearing protection around sirens because they're very loud. But as you can see, the head is nice and shiny. If you've been keeping up with JCB19 and Tyler Shaw, they're the ones who helped work on this siren. They did a great job restoring it. So anyway, just going to take a closer look at the blower and then the standpipe here. So here's the blower. I'm not too sure what type of blower it is. It's probably a 5M. Blower experts can correct me on that. Here's the standpipe. Sure, it might need a coat of paint, but it's stable. The siren's not going to fall over. Just to reiterate what Tyler Shaw said last year. So now I'm standing from my vantage point, which is where I'm going to be setting up my tripod, which, by the way, I finally got around to getting a new one just for this test. And future tests, of course, but mainly for this one. I've tested it. It is stable. It's not going to fall over or cause any problems. It's not going to be an unstable video. So we're in business. So I can leave a tripod here and make a BTS video. I'm actually going to upload the test video of this on Christmas. I uploaded the test video from August of the University Park 4.5 Thunderbolt 1003 last Christmas. So this Christmas, it's going to be this 1003. Alright, so just a little bit more on the backstory of this siren. I mentioned earlier in this video that the blower used to be reverse wired. And the reason for that, the actual reason, is because the oil in the blower was so thick due to not being changed in so long that the blower would not run at full speed wired the correct way. And so if it would not run at full speed, that could cause overloading and other issues. So they ran it backwards on purpose, where it would run at full speed even with that sludgy oil, until they could get the issues resolved with the blower. So now that that's done, the Thunderbolt is sounding better than ever. It's wired correctly. And it sounds amazing in alternating wail, which I'm going to hear today. And by the way, Tyler Shaw and JCB19 plan to work on this siren over the summer. If they haven't already, I mean, they said when the weather's nicer, they will repair the solenoid. According to JCB19, it's probably just a collector ring issue, which is a simple fix. Just clean the collector rings, call it a day. Alright guys, so it's been 6 months since that last clip of Tornado Siren Adventures Episode 8. It's currently Thanksgiving Day at the time of filming this. But yes, it's true that main test video is still going to be uploaded on Christmas. I know I was originally just planning to cancel it altogether because of drama and one stupid kid, at least I think he's a kid, who had the audacity to steal my behind-the-scenes video in its entirety and re-upload it to his channel. That video has since been copyright claimed and taken down from YouTube. But yeah, as far as, you know, if I were to go to St. Paul again in the future, it would likely be that I'm going to go at the earliest again in 2024. And this is mainly because I want to save a little bit of money. I've been spending a lot of money this year on certain things, mainly car repairs and expenses. So I got to cut back in whatever way I can because, you know, as a bus driver, I don't make that much money. And I'm not making as much money from YouTube as I once did. Like, say, for instance, 3 years ago. Even 3 years ago, I was making more money from YouTube. But anyway, as far as uploading it on Christmas, I've seen your guys' comments. I know how you're feeling. And I just want you to know, because of that, I'm never doing this again. Like, if I were to go to St. Paul again, I'm just going to upload the test video as soon as I can. I'm not going to delay it all the way till Christmas. This is just a one-time thing. So, honestly, if you can't respect that, you can co-parter, seethe, mauled. I'm just kidding. But anyway, on a serious note, it's just a one-time thing. I'm never waiting that long to upload a Siren video again because I know how much it means to you guys. But anyway, that stuff aside, I hope you guys had a happy Thanksgiving if you celebrate that. And if you like this video, smash that thumbs up in the face. Subscribe if you're new. Turn on post notifications. Do what you guys do best. And peace out till next time.